We're live. Nice. Yo. Cameron, what's up, brother? How you doing tonight? Good. One second. Siege, what up, brother?
Tyler Hero tonight.
Running good tonight, Cameron. Slander, what up? Trinidad, go live on TikTok. Why, Trinidad? I got other people that want to talk to me. What you talking about? Go live on TikTok. Come on, man. Angel, what's up, brother? T, how you doing, brother? You good? Trinidad, I am going live tonight at 8 o'clock on TikTok. At 8 o'clock tonight. Me and my man Tone, we'll be there. Come check us out. Dylan, my man, what's up? Running good, Angel. Running real good, Joe. Yep. So, Jose, my man, what's up? Yeah, come through tonight, man. 8 o'clock Eastern, Brandon. I'm gonna be on TikTok live tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. So, but I'm here with you right now. So, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I would not be surprised at all. So, I don't think I am. I do not think that I am, sir. As far as I know, I got one daughter. I don't have any other children that I don't know about, so I don't think I'm your real dad, my man. What up, Ian? How you doing, brother? Leanin, what's up, brother? How you doing? I see y'all all filing in here. So, well, we'll start the conversation with what I'm seeing in the playoffs. So, Game 3 for the Boston Celtics was huge. This thing is going to be much harder now for them than it would have originally been. Way harder. And the reason why it would have been way harder now than it would have originally been, because for Boston to win Game 3 would have really put Miami, it would have put them in a bind. And the reason why I say that is because if you guys go home, you already stole home court, right? We all know that the series doesn't start until the home team loses. Well, you guys ended up getting the game that you wanted. Right? You got Game 2, so we got the home floor. So you come home and you win Game 3, not only are you up in the series, you really put Miami in a bind now. Because now they got to win Game 4. They absolutely, because two things happen if they don't win Game 4. Number one, they go down 3-1. And number two, their next game is an elimination game. They can't have that because now they know that they don't have a chance in the series. And all the pressure is on them, all of it. But instead, you guys come out with the effort that you came out with in Game 3. I think that Jason Tatum, the effort that I saw from him, it was just very uncharacteristic. I think the physicality of the game, it really offset him and it shrank him. And he absolutely shrunk. I never thought, and I know who PJ Tucker is. PJ Tucker is that guy who will get you out of what it is you like to do. He's that guy. Now, there are plenty of scorers that go up against him who they don't let him take them out of their game. And the reason why they don't let him take them out of their game is because they know who he is. And they know that he's going to try those tactics. He's going to not be dirty, but he's going to muck the game up. He's going to dirty the game up, right? He's going to rough the game up. And the better scorers aren't going to let him take them out of their game. Kevin Durant was a prime example of that. He's not going to let you do that. Giannis is not going to let you do that. Curry is not going to let you do that. The better scorers in the game are not going to let you take them out of what they do because of your physicality. And I think Jason Tatum has to learn that part. That's the part that he's unfamiliar with. And I would have thought that, we are in year 5, so I would have thought I would have got a better effort out of Jason Tatum than I saw on Saturday night. No doubt about that. I can't tell you how big Victor Oladipo was and how much bigger he's going to be tonight with Hero out of the lineup. So now those minutes, those are going to be Vic's minutes. Hero's minutes are now Vic's minutes, and Duncan Robinson, Vic's minutes are now going to be his minutes. And excuse me, add all of that up to the fact that they really need Robbie Williams. If he was 100%, I think this series would be a lot different. And the reason why it would be a lot different, I think, is because he gives them that toughness. Al Horford gives them toughness. Marcus Smart gives them toughness, but he's the anchor. He's the guy that's not going to let them get pushed around in the paint. That's what he's there for. And Tice doesn't entice like that. And they really need Robbie Williams. I think this is a golden opportunity for the Miami Heat. Simply because I'm looking at their crew, and as beat up as they are, and to still be up in this series, this is a golden opportunity for them to really stay clean. I look at the importance of, Kyle Lowry as a floor leader. How big a deal he is. How much he controls the tempo, right? How he slows those guys down, how he gets those guys in position, not only to score, but even defensively. He's what Marcus Smart is to them defensively. That's what he is on the perimeter to Miami defensively. He's the one calling out signals. He's yelling pick and roll. He's yelling drag. He's yelling drop. He's yelling rebound. He's the one that's putting guys in place to do all of that stuff. That's all him. All him. So I think that with him, I think he's as healthy as he's going to be right now, considering that hamstring it's a lot worse than what we thought it was. He is able to go, right? He is able to go, but in the process of him being able to go, he is hampered. So he's not 100%. Jaylen Brown, the thing that really fascinates me about Jaylen Brown is how he could just basically take over a game and then disappear. And this isn't a guy who's, biding his time or anything like that. This is a guy who he'll take over a game where I can see him go for 26 and a half. And he'll disappear in the second half. Or he'll come out slow. And then he'll just go off. Prime example would be in game 3. He had 14 in the fourth. 14 of that 40 came in the fourth period. And I thought Victor Oladipo did as good a job as he could do on him, making it difficult on him. But Jaylen Brown got one of those games, man. Like, once he get going, he is pretty difficult to deal with. He is very difficult to deal with. The difference is can he stay consistent in what it is that he's doing? And I think that has a lot to do with being young. No doubt. It has a lot to do with being young. And him and Jason Tatum, I expect a way different effort out of them tonight. I think Boston wins game 4. I do. I don't think they handle Miami. I don't think they blow Miami out, but I think they handle them tonight. I do. I really want to see Jason Tatum get that in between in his game. What's up, Jake? How you doing, brother? What's going on with you? No doubt. I mean, what can I say about this Golden State Warriors team, yo? Golden State is in a position right now. They are the textbook version. Not even the textbook version. That's not what I want to say. The Golden State Warriors are a team that recognizes an opportunity. They're not a team that's going to be around in 3-4 years. Number one, they're going to have a difficult time holding on to these guys because they got to pay guys. They got to pay Andrew Wiggins. They got to pay Jordan Poole. They're going to have to pay Gary Payton, right? So they're going to have to pay these guys. And add that to the fact that we have health issues. I mean, Draymond, 33 years old, right? So how much longer is Draymond going to be around? Maybe 2 years? 2 more years tops, Draymond's going to be around. So same thing with Clay. Clay is 31. He'll be 32 on opening night. And I think Jordan Poole makes him expendable. But the flip side to that is, what do we pay Jordan Poole? Are you comfortable paying Jordan Poole $125 million over the next 5 years? Are you comfortable paying him $130 million over the next 4 years? Are you comfortable with that? That's a big deal. And the Warriors recognize that this may be our last opportunity to win it, because they're not going to be around. This team is not going to be around for a lot of years. They've already been around for a lot of years. So I think that we're on the other side of these guys. So do you pay Jordan Poole 4 years, $130 million? And what is his market? Does he get Tyler Hero money? Is that the kind of money we're looking at with him? I mean, you're gonna have to pay. You can't let Jordan Poole walk out the front door. But the question is what is his price tag? Because Steph's not going anywhere. To keep this group together, it's going to cost a lot. And I'm having a difficult time walking away from Andrew Wiggins. Because, and I've said this to you guys in the past, that Andrew Wiggins, to me, is that guy. He's that $20 that's crumpled up in the dryer. He's that $400 or that $100 that you forgot about when you're doing bills. Like, damn, I forgot I got this. Damn, that's right. Oh, that's right. I forgot about it. Because you wrapped up in everything that you have to handle, and you completely just forgot that this extra $300, I got this right here. I completely forgot about this. And that's who Andrew Wiggins is. You know, before he got to the Warriors, a lot of people don't like to talk about the fact that before he got to the Warriors, you know, he was 20 a game. What up, Keyshawn? He was 20 a game in Minnesota for his career before he got to the Warriors. He was a 20 a game guy. That's who he was. So for him to come to the Warriors, and take a backseat like he did and fill into that role, I think that's incredible. Absolutely. He guards a lot more. He's much more of a defender today than he was in Minnesota. He's much tougher, and I think a lot of that has to do with Dre. I think a lot of that has to do with Steph. A lot of that has to do with a lot of those guys that's on that crew. So I didn't have the Warriors winning it, but before the season started, I did not have the Warriors win it. I thought Phoenix was the best team in the Western Conference. What up, Return to Whom? I'm good, brother. Feeling good. I did not have the Warriors winning it, but the way this thing is shaped out, it is lined up for them to win it. They have a great opportunity to win it. They are, as of right now, they might be they are the healthiest team in the playoffs. And that matters. We all know that matters. So they're in a great position to win right now. Great position to win. So, yeah. That's my afternoon rant, guys. Come on, man. The top 10 perimeter defenders in 30 years? All right, so since 1990. You want to talk about that, Gutter? You don't want to talk about the playoffs. You want to talk about that? All right, let's talk about that, Gutter. No problem. The top 10 perimeter defenders in the last 30 years. Scotty, Leonard, Gary Payton, Stockton, Drew Holiday, Scotty, Leonard, Stockton, Payton, Drew Holiday, Bryant, Jordan, Artest. He was better than Bowen. Tony Allen. James. So those are the 10 that I can think of, not in that order. Jason Kidd is not a top 10 defender. I don't think so. Even though he is a 9-time All-League defender. Yes, he is. I don't think he was better than Payton. I don't think he was better than Stockton. I don't. Even though Stockton is a 5-time All-League defender, I don't think Jason Kidd was a better defender than Stockton. I don't. You think that? I do know that, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Luka is 40 a game in elimination games. So you got them coming back. Now, you got them coming back. Ben Wallace is not a perimeter defender. Ben Wallace played in the post. He said perimeter defenders. But what's your logic on them coming back? Because just so you know, Keyshawn, they've averaged Luka in the 3 losses that they have, 2 of the last 3 losses, he's 41-10. Just so you know, he's 41-10. Bullock and Kleber last night, they went 0 for 12 between the both of them. So in the process of them going 0 for 12 between the both of them, and Finney-Smith goes 3 for 7. I mean, they went 3 for 22 between all of them. So hello, Jillian dear, how are you? Not much. When I look at who these guys have to go up against, and they've had a difficult time dealing with that zone that Steve Kerr implemented, which that's blowing my mind. The fact that he even came up with that. That's nuts that he came up with that. So, and King, I'm not even on the fact that no team has come back from 3-0. I'm going to take that off the table. I want to know what's the logic in Dallas getting back in this series. What can they do that they haven't already tried to do to get back in this series? Because we already know what you guys do. It's not news. We already know what you guys do. So, Slander, you can definitely make that argument that Jimmy Butler is a top 10 player. You can definitely make that argument because what we have to do, Slander, is we have to separate more talented, right? We have to separate more talented and better player. We have to separate the two. Just because you're more talented don't mean that you're playing better. And Buckets is playing better than a lot of those guys that are gone. So not only did he attack the zone in every possession, they play off of him. So Bullock, Finney-Smith, Kleber, those guys are D and 3 guys. And in the process of them being D and 3 guys, they can't get their own shots. It's very much like with Grayson Allen and Connaughton. They play off Giannis. And if Giannis can't get them going, they're completely ineffective. Now, when Steve Kerr came out in the 3-2 zone, the 3-2 zone is designed to spread you out. And the way to attack the 3-2 zone is in the middle. And not only do you attack the 3-2 zone in the middle, you attack the 3-2 zone in the middle and on the baseline. But you need a big, right? You need a big and you need a forward. Right here in the pinch, right here in the mid post, and a guy on the baseline. Because you only got 2 guys on the baseline. But the problem is that Dallas doesn't have a big. Powell is not scoring. Powell isn't giving them anything offensively. So they can't attack the zone with him. Bam is a perfect example. Towns would be a perfect example. Joker is a perfect example. Embiid is a perfect example of a guy who you can attack the 3-2 zone where you put him either on the baseline or at the top of the key. So, and they're not getting that. And the reason why they're not getting that because they don't have nobody in the middle. They don't have nobody in the post. They don't have nobody down low who can handle that. Dallas is just to make or miss from 3. We could get hot and win a couple, but not 3 in a row. Man, I have a difficult time. Mo, I have a difficult time seeing the Dallas Mavericks beating the Warriors 4 straight. I'm having a real difficult time with that. If we going off championships, Gutter, we got to start having a serious conversation about them. I got Steph Curry top. I got Steph Curry 14th all time, and I'm having a difficult time putting him ahead of Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, and Kobe Bryant. I'm having a difficult time doing that, considering that he's been to the finals. If they go to the finals this year, this would be the 6th trip to the finals in 8 seasons, and he hasn't been the best player in the championship series one time. That's difficult for me to swallow. Very difficult for me to swallow. So there's a lot of teams, JB, that do that. The Celtics are starting to do that. So Miles Turner would be really good. I think Miles Turner would be good in Miami too. He'd be great in Miami. I love Miles Turner in Miami. I think they win game 4, Julian. I think this thing goes back to the Bay, just like they did with Denver. I think that they win game 4. I think this thing goes back to the Bay, and I think they end it in 5. That's not ridiculous, JB. That's not. Seeing what I've seen from Looney, seeing what I've seen from Jordan Poole. Keyshawn, I think you're just making stuff up because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get people stirred up. That's really what you're trying to do. You're trying to create your own content, and you're trying to do it at our expense when you know for a fact that this Dallas team, Bullock, Finney-Smith, Kleber, these guys have to match Poole, Clay, and Wiggins. They have to match them in terms of points. That's not including their bench. That's not including the rest of those guys. And they don't have anybody to do that. So I think that you're just trying to stir things up. It's kind of, some of it is good, but it's kind of corny. Well, take it a step further than that, Luke. Is there an all-star? Or, Luke, can you think about a max player right now in the game? Can you think about a 22 to 26 a game guy that's looking at Dallas going, yo, I want to play with Luka. I see what, and not only do I want to play with Luka, I'm looking at what they're doing in Dallas, and they got to, because Luka's the only one they paying down there. They ain't paying nobody else. So is there another guy? Is there a max player that's looking at Luka going, yo, I want to play with him? That's the dude that I want to play with. Well, Julian, 3-0 comebacks have happened in the NBA too. The team has, if you remember, and I don't know if you was around for this, Julian, but in 2003, in the first round of the playoffs, Dallas was up 3-0 on the Trailblazers. Trailblazers pushed it to 7. Trailblazers came back and pushed that thing to 7. They were down 3-0. So what I'm wondering is there a guy, not a mid-level guy, I'm talking about another star in the NBA that's looking at what's going on in Dallas and looking at their financial situation. They're not really paying anybody else besides Luka. So is there somebody else that is looking at Luka going, man, I could really help him. I could absolutely help him. I don't know, Jillian. I don't know if Beal makes that much of a difference, because if you look at Beal, I mean, Dinwiddie gave him some good minutes, and Beal is a better version of him, I think. So, Ayton maybe. But the thing about Ayton is, what's the plan in Phoenix? What are they going to do with him? Are they going to pay this guy? Are they going to let him walk? Well, we know that he's a restricted free agent, so we know that he's a restricted free agent, right? And in the process of him being a restricted free agent, they can match any deal, right? They can match any deal that any team throws at him. Now, what Phoenix has made the mistake of doing is Phoenix made the mistake of not paying him when everybody else in that draft class early got paid. Luka got paid. Trey got paid. MPJ got paid. Shea got paid. You know, a bunch of those guys got paid. So, I do not like Luka and Beal. No, I don't. I do not like Luka and Beal. They absolutely. That's why I tell you what, JB. That's why I'm digging Rudy down there. That's why I'm digging AD. The question is what do the Lakers have? What do the Lakers have to give? They got AD. And what would they take in return? What do the Mavs don't have anything to give the Lakers in return for Anthony Davis. They don't have anything. Nothing. So I don't know if that's going to work. No, I think I think he's set in New Orleans. Nope. Jeremy Grant. I think King. Here's the thing about Dallas. Nah, Ian. Dame and Luka, no. You got two ball dominant guys. I already seen that with Russell Westbrook and James. No, we're not doing that. What we got. This is what we have to understand about Luka. Luka is the guy. He needs a complementary guy. He doesn't need another number one. He needs a complementary guy, a guy who's going to play off of him. Dame and Luka is not going to work. No. Absolutely not. Christian Wood he's a piece. I don't know how far they would go with LeBron, because he commands so much attention, man, that I think that the days of a guy throwing a team on his back and taking them to the finals, James is past that. He's over that. That's not going to happen anymore. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Is it crazy to have Reggie over AI? Yes, it is crazy to have Reggie over AI. In terms of guards, I don't think Allen Iverson is a shooting guard. I think he's a combo guard like Steph Curry. I don't put him in the same category with Reggie Miller. I don't. When I think about shooting guards, I think about Jordan, Bryant, Drexler, Reggie Miller, James Harden. I think about guys like that. That's a shooting guard. I don't think about Allen Iverson as a shooting guard. I think of him as a combo guard. He's not the same thing. I put Allen Iverson, Steph Curry, Jerry West. I put them dudes in the same category. I don't put them dudes as traditional shooting guards. Here's the thing, though, Luke. He was healthy when he was in Dallas. And not only was he healthy when he was in Dallas, he wasn't healthy all the time. But when he was healthy, he was a 20-8 guy. The problem that we were having there was, number one, we couldn't establish what his role was in Dallas. We couldn't figure that out. And then couple that with the fact that he kept getting hurt. But when he was healthy, we still don't know what we're doing with him. And because we don't know what we're doing with him, we can't really go anywhere. Now, I will tell you this. If he doesn't get hurt in that Clipper series in the bubble, I think they beat the Clippers. I think the Clippers are out. I will tell you that. Cade Cunningham with Luka? No, this is what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to understand that Luka is a ball-dominant guy. That's his game. Now, he's going to have to come off of that, but we can't go get another ball-dominant guy neither. We need to get somebody. I'll give you an example. I think that in his prime, Luka would have been great with Carmelo Anthony. Because Carmelo Anthony isn't ball-dominant. What I mean when I say ball-dominant, he's a ball stopper, where when we go to him for buckets, but he's not a playmaker. He's not a rebounder. He's just buckets. That's perfect for what Luka needs. He need a dude that's buckets. Who can I go to that we need buckets? I don't need somebody that needs the ball and needs to pound the ball. That wasn't Carmelo Anthony's game. No. Carmelo Anthony's a guy, you get the ball to him and he gets to it. But he's not bringing the ball up. He's not dominating the ball. That's Luka. Yes, Sean, like Brandon Ingram. But I like Brandon Ingram in Atlanta with Trey. That's where I like him at. I don't like him anywhere else. King, get on your man talking about KD to the Mavs. Get on him. Get him. Get him. I think the gap between AD and Cat is huge. Because AD, when he's healthy, he's elite on the defensive side of the basketball. I don't think it's close. But here's the thing, Random. Is that ridiculous to say that? Luka is similar to, he's a European James Harden? Is that ridiculous to say that? Because Carmelo Anthony's bigger and he's a more versatile scorer than Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal plays primarily on the wing, and he's not the all-around offensive player that Carmelo Anthony is. No. He's a lot smaller. Mm-hmm. More than once too, by the way, Julian. That's why I put him. I put Jerry West. I put Curry, Allen Iverson. I put them in that class, in a different class. Now, I think George is good with who he already got. They just got to stay healthy. I think that's the difference I think that's the difference with them. No, Nico, I'm not. The Wizards tried to suck me in. You tried to suck me in early. It was around December, maybe early January. I think you guys were in like third place in the East. And everybody was like, what about my Wizards? And I'm thinking, come talk to me about these dudes around the All-Star break. And sure enough, we saw what happened with them. So I like Julius Randle on the Mavs. Here's the thing, though. Julius Randle is very much like Cat in the sense that I think Julius Randle is a number one on a playoff team. I think he's a number 3 on a championship team. I don't think he gets them over the hump, though. What are we pausing on, Nico? What are we pausing on, Nico? Oh, I'm not pausing on that. No. Yeah, I got sucked. I did get sucked in. Yes. I did. I let him suck me right in, man. I did. And now and next thing I know, I wasn't all the way on the hook, but I did see what they were doing. And I'm thinking to myself, is this a fraud? And absolutely it was. Oh, it absolutely was a fraud. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely a fraud. No doubt about that. Right around the middle of February, the Wizards were going this way, and I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. Nah, man, I think that you got your number. The problem with the Clippers was health. If Leonard doesn't get hurt last year, those dudes are in the finals. If he doesn't get hurt, they in the finals, I think. I really believe that. If Leonard does not get hurt, I think that they're in the finals. I think that they beat Utah because they beat Utah without him. But I think they beat Phoenix too. I absolutely believe that. I don't think Cat is better than AD. I don't. I do not think so. Thank you, sir. Well, I don't know if Kawhi serves Devin Booker. Kawhi serves anybody though, because Kawhi is like I said, he's the seasoning on the meal. Without Kawhi, this meal is bland. It's you could taste it, but you put Kawhi on it, and now it's different. It's absolutely different. Keyshawn, you're going off for 2 points. The dude averaged 28 a game and led the league in scoring. Give me a break, y'all. We're talking about a bucket, one bucket off. Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game. He averaged 28. Now, let me ask you this question. Since we're on the subject of Bradley Beal and Carmelo Anthony, can you make a legit argument to me at any point Bradley Beal is the best one-on-one player in the game? Because I can make an argument to you that not only is Carmelo Anthony, was he the best one-on-one player in the game? He was the best one-on-one player in the game for years. And that's when Kevin Durant was running around. That's when Kobe Bryant was running around. That's when LeBron James was running around. I can make the argument that Carmelo Anthony was the best one-on-one player in the game. I'm very interested in hearing you tell me, can you make the argument that Bradley Beal was the best one-on-one player in the game? Can you do that? Okay, back-to-back seasons, averaging 30. No doubt about that. And I averaged 27 and 28. Not only that, I averaged 26 a game for 8 straight years. Kawhi is that guy. Absolutely. And JB, what they need to understand, JB, is they need to understand who that guy is. A lot of people get that guy confused, right? Who is that guy? That guy isn't just a guy that you could just plug into any lineup. No, that guy is the guy who's going to get me a bucket. That guy is the guy who's going to get me a stop. That guy is the guy who I can go to in the meat and potatoes of the game for 3 straight buckets. That is the guy who's going to come up with a big rebound. That's the guy I can draw it up for in the meat and potatoes of the game. That guy. That's the guy who, when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, where he gets the ball, I'm convinced something good's going to happen. Or whoever he's covering, he's got them figured out. Here's the thing, Sauce. Is Russ? Well, I don't know if Russ is that guy now, but was there a time when Russ was that guy? No, he is not, King. That's not your opinion. That's a fact. I don't think he's giving Rob 30. No. Mm-mm. No, I don't think he is. I'm not buying that. Bam can drop 30 on whoever if he's aggressive. No, he cannot. Mm-mm. I don't think so. Mm-mm. You think so, Jillian? How? And before you answer that, Jillian, my question to you is, what gives you the logic that Russ is that guy? And the reason why I'm asking you that is because I need to get talked off the struggle bus Russ. I need to get talked off the, for lack of a better term, the fuck up train Russ. That's the ledge that I need to get talked off of, because that's the ledge that I'm thinking about. So what gives you that idea, Jillian? I'm all ears. That's what it sounds like to me, Keyshawn. I'm gonna sit. We got a bar fight going on, and I'm gonna sit underneath the bar, and I'm gonna wait for all of you dudes to kick each other's ass, and then I'm gonna stand up like, all right, I'm the baddest one here. Well, of course, you just let everybody else kill themselves, which is a smart thing. That's not dumb. That's not a dumb thing. That's actually really smart. I did too. I did see Tatum outplay King. I mean, outplay KD. Yes, I did. I'm not saying right now. He can be. But I think back to 15, 16, 17 years, you can make the argument for him to win a game and be that guy. Where we could go to him in the meat and potatoes of the game. That's the bus that I'm on right there, though, Jillian. That bus right there. That's the ledge that I'm on. And I need you to talk me off of that ledge. The problem is he can also lose you a game now or more than that. Right. And he could do that back then, too. And that's the ledge that I'm on. And I need you to talk me off that ledge because I'm still on that one. I'm not off that. Yeah, he got outplayed, yo. Why are we talking about Russ being better than LaMelo? Are you asking me because you want LaMelo, you want Russ in Charlotte? Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to screw that kid up if you bring Russ down there. You're going to screw that kid right up. And what? Not only are you going to screw him up, what you're going to do is you're going to get them thinking in management. You're going to get the ball family thinking, yo, these dudes ain't serious down here. They not. Mm-mm. Even though, I mean, let's not make any bones about it. Other than scoring, Russ led the Lakers in rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. Just make sure we remember that. Well, the thing what made me change my mind is I'm thinking about LaMelo Ball, and I'm thinking about him being the future. That's what I'm thinking about. And I'm thinking about Russ screwing him up. That's what I wasn't thinking about. I'm thinking about old Charlotte, and they don't really have any players down there, when in reality, they are building something down there. Jordan is actually trying to build something down there. And to bring Russ in, he screws LaMelo up. No. I think the argument back in the day you can make for Russ is kind of like the argument we make for Jimmy Butler right now. He does. I can get with that logic, Jillian. Yes, he absolutely does. But the difference with Russ is I think he had a better skill set. The problem that I have with Russ is, okay, I'll give you an example. And I use this example with Jillian a number of different times. So Jillian and I are dating, and Jillian and I are fixing something. And in the process of us fixing something, she says to me, well, why don't you try it this way? I'm not listening to her at all. I'm going to keep doing it this way. I'm not trying to hear any other outside noise, even though I have a skill set to do it the way you're telling me to do it. In fact, the way you're telling me to do it, if I try it, it may very well work. Only except I can't hear you. All I'm doing is I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. And my stubbornness completely wrecks what it is we're trying to build. And I think that's always been the problem with Russ. Russ is so set in his ways. This is what I do. This is how I am. And I'm not listening to you. And that's what ends up screwing him up. That just makes me nuts. That just makes me nuts, Keyshawn, when I hear that. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's upstairs with him. I have no expectations for this team. What the hell are you doing here, my man? Why? What exactly are we doing, if that's your logic? But I think the Celtics even up this series tonight. I think Jason Tatum is different. I think Jaylen Brown plays better. I don't know if I'm gonna get 20 and 14 again from Al Horford, but I think that they even up this series. I think you're gonna see no Tyler Hero tonight, so that's almost 20 a game that's out the lineup coming off the bench. I think you're gonna see a better defensive effort from Boston. I think you're gonna see some guys play better. So I think it's gonna be a lot different. So I think that Boston evens up this series. I think this series goes 6-7 games. Yeah, I do. Because that ain't who James is, King. Nah, that's not James. Mm-mm. Why you say that, Sauce? What makes you think it's that OKC is the best and the worst thing to happen to Russ? I'd like to know that. Oh, absolutely, Matt. And that's why I said, Matthew, Game 3 was big for the Celtics, simply because when I look at what they do, If they could have won game 3, they put Miami in the chokehold. Even though it's 2-1, they put Miami in the chokehold because now Miami got to win game 4. Because we can't go back home down 3-1. We can't. We cannot go back home down 3-1. Can't happen. Yeah. Well, I don't think that it's news that Bam's not going to play well. And the reason why is because I think Spoelstra has given him more leeway. And he's given him the green light. Bam is just so used to running the offense, right? He's so used to running the offense that he doesn't, it takes away from his offense. He's so used to looking for dribble handoffs, and that takes away from his dribble drive. That takes away from his stop and pop in the mid-range because he can make those shots. He can get to the basket, but he's so wrapped up in running the O, right? He's so wrapped up in doing that that completely throws him off to what they're doing. So when Spo tells him that, yo, you got to do this, it's almost like letting, horses out of the stable. All ass, what's up, brother? If Coach Spo wins this chip, does he go up all time? Well, I don't think Spo is better than Pop. I don't think he's better than Phil Jackson. I don't think he's better than Pat Riley. I don't think he's better than Red Auerbach. And the question that was asked to me a couple of days ago was, is Steve Kerr a top 5 coach? And I don't know if Steve Kerr is better than Spo. I don't know if he's better than Spo. I don't. I wish I can say that he was better. I wish I can emphatically say that, right, Blast? I wish I can emphatically say that he's better than Spo, but I can't say that because I don't think he is. I don't think he's better than Spo. His X and O's, his in-game adjustments, I don't think he's better than Spo. I don't. And I've seen Spo do a lot more with less. And I've seen that. Well, see, Finball, the thing that I'm thinking about with Spo, with Kerr having a top roster is I'm thinking to myself, just because I got a top roster, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. I've said this to you countless times, my man. Just because, anybody can train a secretary. You can screw them up too. So the Warriors Heat in the finals, do you think that matchup would be more coaching than anything? It would be a great battle of wits, Jillian. No doubt about that. It would be. It would be a great battle of wits. It would, and not only would it be a great battle of wits, I would love to see how Spo adjusts to Steve Kerr's adjustments. So, for example, last night, Steve Kerr starts the game in a 3-2 zone. That completely threw a monkey wrench in what Dallas was doing. They weren't prepared for that. They were not prepared for that. A 3-2 zone with with Curry, Wiggins, and Clay on the top, and Dre and Looney on the bottom. That threw a monkey wrench in what they were doing. Because now they're spread out, and essentially what they're telling Bullock and Finney-Smith is, you dudes shoot the best. Bullock, Finney-Smith, and Kleber, you dudes shoot the ball all night. And Kleber, he got to the point where he wouldn't even shoot anymore. He was 0 for 5 at one point, and he wouldn't even shoot anymore. So I would love to see the adjustment that Spo would make for that. Would he yank Kleber? Would he go with somebody different? Would he put Kleber in the mid-post and have him play off of Luka? Now, which team, Charlie, were you telling me was a problem? OG, do you think the Bucks win against the Celtics if LeBron on that team? Which team? I was in the reason why I wasn't listening, Charlie, is because I was looking at that Phoenix team. They got everybody back. And not only did they have everybody back, they were better coming into this season than they were last season. There was no I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this group and how they were rolling. Chris Paul was healthy. Book had woven himself into what they were doing offensively. I didn't think that they went to Ayton as much as they should have, but I also thought that they could have very well. Excuse me. I also thought that they could have went to 8 and more, but I also thought they made up for that defensively. So there was nothing for me to believe that Golden State was better than them. That's why it's not that I wasn't feeling Golden State. I wasn't like I was looking at Golden State like, yo, these dudes is whack. No, I wasn't thinking that at all. But what I was thinking is this Phoenix team is much more complete. Man, there's no reason for me to think that they can't win it. They can't not win it, but get back to the finals again. I thought Milwaukee was going to win it. Can you believe that, Jillian? And not just went out, got smoked. I'm so disappointed in them dudes. Got smoked. I got fooled. That is not your opinion. That's a fact, sir. I did. I got fooled. Drexler or AI? I think I got Drexler. I think Drexler, I'm pretty sure I got Drexler as the top 5 2 guard all time. And I saw what he did finishing second in the league in MVP votes. I think I got Drex. I don't got Drex ranked higher than Allen Iverson, though. I do not. Mm-hmm. No Marcus Smart tonight? Hold the phone. I didn't see anything. Hold on. Let me get that up to make sure. I know he rolled his ankle, but he ain't saying nothing about it. Hang on, guys.
About the Celtics, we know that both Robert Williams and Marcus Smart are questionable for tonight's game. Can you give me the latest?
Questionable. They didn't say anything about him not going. They said questionable.
The questions have been removed. Marcus Smart will miss tonight's game 4 with that right ankle sprain. Coach Ime Udoka said that the swelling has increased in that ankle.
So he's out.
And now it becomes a race to try to get him ready for game 5 in Miami. I just saw him walk into the arena. He was limping pretty significantly. That is not good news for the Celtics. But good news on Robert Williams after he missed the last game with the bruise in his
so it's a fact. No Marcus Smart tonight. Wow. All righty. It is dumb. The worst part about that Kevin Garnett over Tim Duncan as a player thing is the worst part that I hear, which makes me nuts, is if you took Tim Duncan off San Antonio and put Kevin Garnett on there, they wouldn't miss a beat. No, that's not true. That is not true. Mm-mm. Duncan had a particular set of skills. I don't know if Kevin Garnett would have worked with David Robinson at that age. Not to mention, Tim Duncan came in polished as a grown-up. I don't know if Garnett would have worked with David Robinson at 19 years old. No, I don't know if that would have worked. No. So, They had the freedom in it. What are you talking about, Bob? The reason why that logic doesn't work, Bob, is simply because they had 3 games to win 1. Don't talk about the suspensions like a bunch of guys got suspended. Okay? They had 3 games to win 1. And 2 of those 3 games were on their home floor. Don't sell me that. You're not selling me that. Go talk that nonsense to somebody else. Because that logic does not work here. No way, sir. I think that it's going to take a gallant effort from Jason Tatum and those other guys without Marcus Smart. A gallant effort. Nice. I've been to Seattle before, Liam. No doubt. Seattle's a dope town. There is no excuse. Nobody's making any excuses for Golden State. I'm not looking at Golden State going, well, the reason why they won. Now, I will tell you this, Bob. So if you look at the teams that the Golden State Warriors have played, right? They played an undermanned Denver team. Is that not fair? They played a young Memphis team. And now they're playing a Dallas team with 1 superstar. So they definitely had a less difficult road to the finals than anybody else. Some people could make that argument. I don't get into that because I think you play who's in front of you. It doesn't matter who is in front of you. We play who's in front of us. I don't get into that. Yo, this dude was hurt, and I don't care about that. I play who's in front of me. That's all that matters. So, but some people will make that argument. Some people will absolutely make that argument. So, yeah, Pike Place. What did I call it? I forgot. Did I call it Pike Street? Yeah, Pike Place. I don't get into that. I don't get into that nonsense of, well, this team was hurt. And, yo, if you stepping out here, you telling me that you ready to go. That's all. That's the logic that I go with. I don't go with anything else other than that. So, Marshall, that doesn't work. The best shooter of all time outside the top 10. I can say that about how do you have the steals leader outside the top 10 all time. The all-time shot blocking leader. I can name a bunch of different things. Just because you're the best shooter of all time, that don't make you the best. That don't make you a top 10 player. No. I don't think the Suns have any superstars. I think that, well, Chris Paul used to be a superstar. I don't think he still is. Yes, I do. Absolutely fun. I don't think Curry moves, to be honest with you. This will be 6th trip to the finals in 8 years, and he hasn't been the best player in the championship series one time. For him to be the best player, for him to go to 6 NBA finals in 8 years and be the best player in the championship series one time, that makes him a top 10 player. Now, if we go on championships, that's completely different because that's 4 rings. That is 4 rings, and we can have the conversation. We can absolutely have that conversation, but I don't think that it catapults him into the top 10. No. He only shot 3 shots in the mid-range. That was it. As many chips as Bron. Yes, he has. Why is that not fair? Well, here's the thing, Jillian. I'm thinking about, I got him 14 all time. And from 10 to 15, I don't think he goes ahead of Oscar Robertson. I don't think he goes ahead of Jerry West, and I don't think he goes ahead of Bryant. And I don't think he goes ahead of Shaq. Well, that's the difference, though, Gutter. I mean, would you say, if that's the case, then I could say the same thing about, the reason why Drex wasn't the best because he was playing against Jordan. The reason why KD wasn't the best because he was playing against James. He is not better than Oscar. You can't sell me that one. You cannot sell me that one, sir. No way. It's about that time for me. So Oscar, 1 ring, 1 MVP, and 30, 10, and 9 for 8 straight years. Don't leave that part out. That's very important to it. That's very important. Don't forget that part. 30, 10, and 9 for 8 straight years. King, I think on that note, I'm out with what King just said. I think King just shut it down. King just shut the party down after that. I think we're done here. King is listening to no Curry Magic Logic. He is not trying to hear it. He is not listening at all. Do not try to sell him. Do not try to sell King any Curry Magic Logic. He's not listening to it at all. He is not trying to hear it. And I tell you what, I'm right there with him because I'm not trying to hear it either. Oh, that's great. I'm straight, yo. So, I'm sorry. All right, guys. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it, Jillian? I know it sounds crazy. So, all right, guys, it's about that time for me. So, I'm going to wrap this thing up. We'll be back in effect real soon. What's today, Monday? Yeah, we'll be back in effect real soon. The playoffs are going on. So, I'm going to be around as long as you guys want me here, man. I'm gone when you tell me to go. Until then, take it light, but take it.